Dear friends, welcome back to yet another video on everything you wanted to know about fully fashioned knitting. In the last video we discussed how to get the shoulder slope as well as sleeve slope at the same angle. In this video, we will discuss the other measurements which are provided by the customer as well as those which are not provided by the customer. Normally, to be able to knit a flatbed knitted garment, we must have the following measurements: the garment length, the chest width, the bottom width, the bottom rib height, the waist measurement if needed, the waist measuring point, that is, at what point to measure the waist measurement, the shoulder width, the shoulder slope, the armhole, or the armhole depth, the front and back across, the point where to measure the front across or the back across, the sleeve length, the sleeve width, the sleeve opening or the cuff opening, the cuff height, the neck width, the front neck drop, the back neck drop, and the minimum neck measurement when stretched. If you look at the illustration and the size chart normally provided by the customer, we can see that almost all the measurements that are required to knit a garment are provided, but a few which need to be calculated. So, in this video, we will discuss the above measurements, as well as the measurements which are not provided, but are needed to knit the garment. For more detailed information, you may go through my book on fully fashioned sweater manufacturing. A Guide to Fully Fashioned Sweater Manufacturing. Published by Woodhead Publishing India Private Limited. The book is available in leading bookstores in almost all countries around the world. It is also available on Amazon. Throughout the series, your valued suggestions, as well as questions, will be welcome, and I shall be too glad to answer all your queries. You can contact me by email, purisk51@gmail.com, or on my mobile number, country code 91, number 8146400900. Coming back to the subject of today. Let us sort all the measurements that define the width of the garment. At various places, almost all these measurements are provided by the customer. Therefore, we don't need to calculate any of these, but some exceptions are there and we will discuss all such options in this video. The chest width is the measurement that is measured 1 inch or 2 centimeters below the chest joint. The bottom measurement is a measurement that is normally measured at the tip of the bottom hem. The shoulder measurement is a measurement that is measured between the two seams of the left and the right arm and the main body. The waist measurement is measured at a given point along the length of the garment. The points measurement can be given from HPS, or the bottom hem. HPS stands for the highest point on the shoulder, and is the point where the shoulder joins the neck of the garment. The bottom hem is the point from where we start to knit the garment. Similarly, the front across and the back across are measured at a given point between the area where arms join the main body as shown in the illustration. The neck width measurement can be a little tricky, because at times it is given seam to seam, which is easy to understand and measure as well. Any measurement that is seam to seam is not only easy to measure, but is more accurate as well, as there is hardly any room for manipulation. This is because a joint seam is the most rigid part or point in a flatbed knitted garment. Because of the stretchability in the knitted fabric, the edge-to-edge measurement may not be consistent, which often poses a problem, not only for the manufacturer, but for the quality inspector too. In case when neck measurement is provided edge-to-edge, and not seam to seam, it is difficult to calculate where the seam shall be placed, because the edge so formed at the neck is not straight, but is always at an angle. Let us presume the neck width given edge to edge is 18 centimeters, and the neck tape height is 1.5 centimeters. We cannot simply presume that the seam to seam measurement will be 18 centimeters, plus 2 times the height of the two ribs, that is 3 centimeters. And so, the seam to seam measurement shall be 21 centimeters. Because the edge so formed at the point where measurement must be taken, the neck tape will never measure 1.5 centimeters. It can be anywhere between 1.1 to 1.3 centimeters. Also, when a garment is finished and packed and is kept for a while in the finished goods store, a few neck tapes that are not rigid enough may measure differently, causing problems both for the manufacturer as well as the quality inspector. So, if you are a customer, it is easier, better, and much more reliable to provide neck measurement that is seam to seam. Similarly, many customers provide shoulder measurement in different ways, which, at times, make things not only difficult for the manufacturer, but for the quality inspector too. The easiest and the most accurate way to measure the width of the shoulder is to measure it from point to point, or between two seams where the top of the sleeves are joined with the main body. One way to give shoulder measurement is to give the measurement of individual shoulders. And a few customers even give the measurement of individual shoulders along their slope. There is no way for a knitter or a programmer to make a program for the shoulder width without calculating how much the shoulder shall measure when measured straight. So to measure the straight shoulder across width, if the shoulder drop is given the knitter or the programmer, he or she can calculate the exact shoulder width using simple trigonometry or Pythagoras theorem by first calculating the straight value of the shoulder from the shoulder slope length. If the shoulder slope measurement is 12.75 centimeters and shoulder slope is 20 degrees, the shoulder width at HPS would be 12.75 multiplied by the cost value of 20 degrees, which is 0.939693, resulting in 11.98 or 12 centimeters. Also, if shoulder drop is given and not the degree of shoulder slope, which is 4.3 centimeters, the shoulder width will be the square root of the square of 12.75 minus the square of 4.3, which will result in 12 centimeters. And then by adding the neck width to this as illustrated, the value of shoulder across will result in 12 plus 17.5 equals 41.5 centimeters. The customer can easily provide this measurement. Now that the measurements that are along the width of the garment are clear, we need to find the most important measurement of the flatbed knitted garment. This measurement is important because this measurement defines how the garment will be constructed. This is the point where the lower part of the sleeve will join the main body. And this particular measurement is seldom provided by the customer. We know where the upper part of the sleeve will join the main body. This is the shoulder point. But where will the lower part of the sleeve join the main body? We need to calculate this. To calculate or to determine where and how the sleeve shall join the main body, we need to follow this procedure. Let us make all the calculations as per the size chart provided here. We know the garment length and the chest measurement. We draw a rectangle measuring the length of the garment, that is 70 centimeters, and half the chest of the garment, that is 29 centimeters, half of 58 centimeters. We mark the bottom rib area, which is 7 centimeters in height, and we mark half the bottom width, which is 26 centimeters. Similarly, we mark the neck area, half the width of the neck, which is 8.75 centimeters, the back neck drop of 1.5 centimeters, and the front neck drop, which is 9 centimeters. We now mark a point along the width of the garment, which is equal to half the shoulder width, which is 22.25 centimeters, and vertically from the top of the rectangle, equal to the shoulder drop, that is 4.3 centimeters. This is the point of the shoulder. We connect this point with the neck mark, and we get to know how our shoulder shall slope. The upper part of the sleeve will be joined with the main body at this point. We extend this shoulder slope line to the sleeve length, which is 62 centimeters. We do this because we want to keep the slope of the shoulder as well as the slope of the sleeve at the same angle. We draw the cuff at the end of the sleeve, as per measurements of the cuff opening width and the cuff rib height, to find out the point where the lower part of the sleeve shall join the main body. We are either provided with the armhole drop as measured straight, or the armhole hole is measured straight. If the armhole drop is provided, finding the point of the joint is easy. Just draw a line from the shoulder point that is equal to the armhole depth, and by drawing a perpendicular to this line that joins the chest measurement line, this is the point where the lower part of the sleeve will join the main body. In case the armhole depth measurement is not given, and armhole measurement is given, which is the normal practice, the armhole measurement measured straight as per our measurement chart is 25 centimeters. To determine the point where the sleeve bottom end has to join the main body, we draw a curve from the shoulder point on the line that represents the chest of the garment. The point where this arc intersects the chest is the point of the sleeve joint. To determine the measurement of this point from the HPS, because we need to know the exact measurement either from the bottom hem or from the HPS, we need to draw a perpendicular from this point as shown in illustration, and a straight line from the shoulder and create a triangle. By joining these lines as shown in the picture, the depth of this point from the shoulder point can be calculated using the Pythagoras theorem as shown in the illustration. The armhole measurement is 25 centimeters, and the difference between the chest measurement and the shoulder measurement divided in half is 6.75 centimeters. The square of the armhole measurement, that is 25, is equal to 625, and the square of 6.75 is equal to 45.5625. 625 minus 45.5625 is equal to 579.4375. And its square root of 579.4375 is equal to 24.07. Or 24.1. The depth of this joining point from HPS is equal to 24.1 plus 4.3, which is equal to 28.4 centimeters. Once this point is determined, the rest of the calculations along the length of the garment can be calculated very easily. Technicians, programmers, product developers, designers, and companies interested to get the measurements of their proto samples right in the first go can also try my software for knitting data calculations. The calculations used are accurate, and you can easily make a garment with not only the right specs, but a garment that looks good and fits even better, elevating the image of the wearer. To obtain a copy, please do contact me at email purisk51@gmail.com or on my mobile number, country code 91, number 81464000900. If you have liked this video, please don't forget to click the like button, and if you have found this video useful, please share this video as much as you can with your friends and colleagues. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing the channel, you will automatically get notification of the next uploaded videos. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we will discuss how to determine the armhole measurement if the same is not provided by the customer and the arm width is provided by the customer. We will also discuss all the measurements that decide the armhole measurement.